Welcome to another edition of Political Arena here on S24 Television. Today we are discussing healing and hope and the future of young people in Borno State. Years of insurgency, displacement and economic disruption has created major challenges in education, skills, development and employment opportunity. Report stated that 33% of displaced households in Borno State had no formal education, while only 3% had tertiary education. Beyond these challenges is the generation of young people determined to learn, work, and rebuild their communities. So, how can Borno close this gap, create meaningful jobs, and more young people from surviving crisis to shaping the state future? To discuss this, I am joined by Right Honourable Abubakar Usman, Speaker of Borno State Youth Parliament. Right Honourable Abubakar Usman, welcome to Political Arena here on S24 Television.
Thank you. My being here is more than a pleasure.
Thank you so much. So, Right Honourable, if I may ask you now, when we say healing and hope in Borno State, what does this mean to young people and young leaders, especially people like you, that you are holding a public office?
Thank you very much. Healing means rebuilding modern buildings. Healing means rebuilding trust. Healing means rebuilding dignity. Healing means rebuilding minds. On the other hand, hope means a young person from Monguno, a young person from Askira, a young person from Dikwa can be able to wake up in the morning and feel like he has and feel like he is up to something and feel like he is going somewhere that is meaningful.
So currently, as someone that is in the youth parliament in Borno State, I so much believe that we have experience on the challenges that is currently going on in Borno State. So can you please outline some of the challenges that are faced by young people in Borno State, apart from insecurity challenge?
The challenges our people are incrementally facing, apart from insecurity, is lack of employment, access to a sustainable livelihood that will sustain our people. Today, Borno is rich in agriculture. Borno has the land. Borno State has a very fertile land that can produce and feed the entire African continent. But access to the farmlands is another key challenge that is driving our people backward. So I beseech on the government to please take necessary action on the youth engagement in agriculture. This will liberate, this will aid, this will guide our people to become self-reliant, in the sense that no one will now rely on the government.
So after years of conflicts, do you think that Borno people are actually fast recovering from what they experienced for decades?
Not fast enough, but we are recovering. Borno youths are not lazy. Borno youths are resilient. If a young person in Borno can migrate from Borno State to the Republic of Chad just to find a job, if our people, our young men, can migrate from Borno to places like Algeria for sustainability, then our people deserve an atmosphere that will enhance, that will become a source that will become a source for a living and respiration.
Okay, despite the challenges, what give you hope as a leader about the future of Borno people?
Borno youths themselves. Borno youths themselves.
So you so much believe that the future is literally bright.
More than bright. We have a very excellent leadership. His Excellency is doing a very well done job. His Excellency Professor Zulu. Our people are not lazy. All we need is for the government to continuously pave a way for us to have a sense of belonging. And that's all.
Speak to me about the educational gap that we saw, because we saw, according to statistics, almost 30% are out of school. They couldn't have the opportunity, at least, to have access to the tertiary education. So, how can you assess the level of school, the level of literacy in Borno State?
When governor, that was then. When Governor Zulum came in as a governor, over 2 million young men are out of school.
Well, are you trying to at least let down the procedures and paint the previous government of the vice president, saying that the vice president did not do anything tangible to address the problem of education till when Governor Zulum came on board?
His Excellency Vice President Governor Shatima's regime started and ended off during the insurgency. So, whatever Governor Zulum is doing now is a blueprint of Governor Shatima. It is a blueprint of Governor Shatima.
So you mean the 7 years of Governor Zulum have not actualized any of his own blueprints?
He added. He just added. He knew that.
Okay, speak to me about the education gap. The number of out-of-school children, the number of people that are not even having the access to education.
There are a lot of out-of-school children, but the number is decreasing. When Governor Zulum came into power, over 2 million children were out of school. And insurgency, on the other hand, can only be seen as a disaster when it exceeds the carrying capacity of an emergency. It has exceeded. Zulum inherited, Governor Shatima inherited, Zulum inherited, but looking at the incumbent government, looking at the effort of the incumbent governor Zulum and his vibrant commissioner for education, the number is on a daily basis decreasing massively.
Well, Abubakar, you as a speaker of the Borno State Youth Parliament, people from Borno are out there watching you. And I so much believe with the way you are saying, and I pray the government is going to address the problem of education.
Yeah.
I think let's go for a short break. When we return, the conversation is going to continue.
Thank you.
Let's go for a short break and we'll continue. Welcome back from that break. Remember, this is Political Arena here on S24 television, and I am still having a conversation with Abubakar Usman, the Speaker of Borno State Youth Parliament. Abubakar, speak to me on the issue of should Borno at least combine equipping the young leaders of Borno State with formal education, skills, and more investment in education, or should the government combine both?
Both the two are of paramount importance.
Why do you say that?
Formal education gives the foundation, while vocational education gives immediate result for livelihood. So both the two are important. And that is what Zulum's administration is after in particular.
So how can young people be better equipped with practical skills for employment and entrepreneurship beyond political empowerment?
Well,
because sometimes all what we see, we just see a kind of like political empowerment. We will see politicians empowering maybe dozens of young people with grinding machine, dozens of women with fridge, refrigerators, etc. So how can we make empowerment beyond political empowerment?
You mean sustainability?
Okay.
With sustainability, is it
sustainability
that shall sustain them, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, the non-governmental organizations have and then are doing their best. The government is doing its best, but that is not enough. I want to beseech and then draw the attention of the federal government. Borno State, we have suffered the Maitasine attack, the Rabi attack, and then the incumbent Boko Haram. Looking at the three that I've just mentioned, no insurgency that have destroyed the whole of the state, that have brought a lot of damages more than the incumbent Boko Haram. It has deteriorated and triggered to the massive loss of lives. No scientific calculator, if I may say, can punch the accurate figure of those that we have lost. Our people have seriously suffered. So, folding hands as government to see this continuously maybe happening without a continuous positive impact for maybe a state government or a non-governmental organization to continue intervening alone will never be meaningful. The number is complex. There are a lot of young people. In fact, 70% of our people in Borno are young. So state government alone or the non-governmental organization alone cannot do. So I want to use this medium to, again, draw the attention of the United Nations to continuously supporting the young people directly, because by supporting the young people, you are saying a goodbye to the incumbent challenges.
Okay, I heard you. So speak to me about the possibility of using agricultural sector in creating more jobs opportunity for the teeming young of Borno State.
That is what we are known for. Borno State is rich in agriculture. Borno State has the land. Borno State is blessed with the fertile soil. Reviving back Lake Chad today, if the federal government can liaise with the state government and revive back the Lake Chad basin, then our young people will never think of even remembering who the president of Nigeria is, because they will be very busy at farm. Our young people love farming, they love fishing, they are good in agriculture. I am a farmer. As a young man, I have my farm. My junior brothers are farmers. We are farming. But access to the farmland is another key problem that is discouraging our people. Shall you be going to the farm, leaving your parent in fear, whether you are coming back home or not, leaving them with in a scary condition? So we need security. Let our farmlands be secured first, and then we need resources that will help us become self-reliant.
Okay, beyond humanitarian aid, how can young people in Borno State be independent?
We can only be independent when government take the decision of supporting the young people in agricultural development. Youth participation and engagement in agriculture in Borno is the only solution that will help our young people understand where they are, that will help our young people to understand where they are even moving or where they are going. We have the land. We are rich. We have the resources. We have the resources.
So apart from the government and the civil society organization, what role should the private sectors play in rebuilding Borno State, especially in provision of job opportunity?
They should invest by creating more of industries in Borno. Borno State has the landmark of 8,779 kilometers squares. That particular state has the capacity to give maybe people like Aliko Dangote a very big space for him to build his company. The state has the capacity to give Abdul Samad Bua a space to build a company. The state has the capacity to give people like this
Mike Adenuga.
Mike Adenuga. Yes, Mike Adenuga.
And many more.
And many more. So I beseech on those people that are from the private sector to please come to Borno and invest. Come to Borno and invest so that our young people will be engaged. There are people that are good in managing the machineries. They will be engaged. People that are good in farming, they will harvest, they will cultivate and sell that particular product to the companies.
Thank you so much, Abubakar. Let's go for a short break. When we return, we are going to take the last part of the conversation. Let's go for a short break. When we return, the conversation is going to continue. Come back from that break. Remember, you are still watching Political Arena here on S24 television. Honorable Abubakar Usman, I'm going to ask you, should young people be treated only as beneficiaries of government programs, or should they also have a stronger voice in participation and in participating in government decision and policies? Because based on the office you are holding, I believe youth parliament is a ground where future leaders are being mentored. So what should young people do, and what should the government do?
Yes, young people should be given that particular opportunity. We should have sense of belonging. We should be invited whenever
decision that affects you.
Whenever decision that will that affect the young people. Whenever there is budget presentation, we should have sense of belonging. We should be invited. Our opinions should be heard. We should be given the opportunities and the avenues to speak on on the challenges that we are facing. So I think if government can do this, then the challenges we are in now shall become a thing of the past.
So speak to me on the roles and responsibility of young people in peace building, especially in your affected areas.
Peace building.
Building.
Our youths are our Borno youths are peace builders. You know why?
Why?
This civilian JTF was started by a group of youths in Hausari. They have played a very vital role in changing the narratives today. So we are peace builders. Our Borno youths are always abiding by the rules and regulations of the government. When it comes to peace, we are home of peace. So we are practicing peace. We are not just saying we are peaceful. Just look at me. Didn't I look like a very peaceful guy?
Well, speak to me on Borno State Youth Parliament. So what can you do at least differently in order to make sure that policies that affect young people see the light of the day?
As a replica of the Borno State House of Assembly, who was inaugurated on the 30th day of January 2024, Borno State Youth Parliament have impacted and has a way of, have impacted into the lives of myriad. We had the opportunity to have our first sitting, second sitting, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth sitting. Our first proposal to the Borno State House of Assembly was on the establishment of Borno State Youth Development Commission across the 3 senatorial districts, Borno North, Southern Borno, and the Borno Central. The resolution is already submitted to the Speaker of the Borno State House of Assembly for swift intervention.
Swift?
Yes, for a swift intervention. For a swift intervention, and he has already assured us that they will do the needful. Secondly, is on our second motion was on the youth engagement in agriculture that I've just
concluded.
That I've just concluded. So on agriculture, we have already implemented. We hired a farm, harvest varieties of goods, beans, many varieties of goods, cultivated, and finally make sure we cooked it and packaged it and distributed to the group of orphans under the stewardship of Right Honourable Abubakar Usman, the Speaker of the Borno State House of Assembly.
Okay, due to time, Honourable Speaker, what are your messages to your people, especially in Borno State? Those people that seems to lose hope. What are your messages to them, and what are your messages to them ahead of the forthcoming general elections?
Every accomplishment starts with the decisions to try. For failure starts the very day we stop trying. When the beginning is hard, we should not expect a bad ending. It is not too late. Let's keep trying. Let's keep engaging ourselves. Let's keep hustling. The country is hard. I know. I feel their pain.
Well, that is the failure from your government. Since the country is hard, you are a member of the ruling party, aren't you?
No. Borno State Youth Parliament is not.
I truly understand, but you are affiliated to the incumbent government.
No.
Because without the support of the incumbent government, you may not be able to get the flow and even the grounds to go out and carry out your own tasks. I knew that the State Youth Parliament is a training ground for young parliamentarians.
No. Borno State Youth Parliament is a registered, independent youth organization that sought the indulgence of the Honorable House to be inaugurated on the floor of the House for recognition.
As long as you are affiliated to them. So I believe that it is a failure from them. Thank you so much, Honorable, for speaking to us. Thank you so much, Honorable. We have to draw the curtain of political arena here on S24. Maybe we are going to have this discussion behind the cameras. And thank you for taking your time to come and share your insight as a Speaker of Borno State
Mind you, our government did not pay.
Thank you so much. But Nigerians are out there, and Nigerians are out there trying to judge. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker.
We are independent organization.
Thank you so much. But your principal officers, in one way or the other. Thank you so much, Honorable, for speaking to us. And this is where we are drawing the curtain of today's S24 political arena.
Thank God you told me that you are from Gambia. I think you are trying to, the Kanuris and the Fulanis.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And this is where we are drawing the curtain of political arena here on S24 television. Bye for now.